Hey everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast. We'll pick it up in Mark chapter 14, verse 1. Mark 14:1. Now the Passover and the festival of unleavened bread were only 2 days away, and the chief priests and the teachers of the law were scheming to arrest Jesus secretly and kill him. But not during the festival, they said, or people may riot. While he was in Bethany, referring of course to Jesus, reclining at the table in the home of Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume made of pure nard. She broke the jar, poured the perfume on his head. Some of the people present were saying indignantly to one another, "Why this waste of perfume? It could have been sold for more than a year's wages and the money given to the poor." And they rebuked her harshly. "Leave her alone," Jesus said. "Why are you bothering her? She's done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you'll always have with you, and you can help them anytime you want, but you will not always have me. She did what she could. She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial." Okay, so I don't know what jumped out to you in that passage, but I'm going to tell you what's like knocking around in my heart and mind right now. Jesus was reclining. Maybe you missed it. Let me just hit that again. While he was in Bethany, reclining at the table in the home of Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume. Reclining? Okay, so a little bit of history. Like, that was the traditional sort of position that you would take when you were at a feast, at a banquet. Reclining, when I hear the word reclining, I think of Grandpa in his lazy boy chair, kind of laying back with a newspaper, his feet propped up on those little, the footrest thing that comes out of the chair. That's reclining when I hear that. Jesus probably wasn't quite doing that, but maybe he was. The point is that he was in a rather relaxed position. Would you be in a relaxed position if a woman came up to you and began to anoint you for your burial? Me neither. This would be like having a huge feast at Denny's, and then someone comes up and starts measuring you for your coffin. A little off-putting, right? That's why I don't go back to that one Denny's. But anyway, like, this to me is such a weird dichotomy. If I knew that my death was just around the corner and that it was going to be a bloody, painful, heavy, physically and emotionally and relationally and most of all spiritually exhausting death, I certainly wouldn't be feasting, and I most certainly wouldn't be reclining. What is it with Jesus? Does he just not know what's coming? And then you look a little bit later in Mark 14. He's got all the disciples in this upper room. They're having another banquet. And it says in Mark 14:18, while they were reclining at the table eating, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, one of you who will betray me, one who is eating with me." What is it with reclining? Like, that word has never jumped out to me before, but it does now. Jesus reclines. He chills. He's relaxed. He understands who God is. Often I don't. It says in Isaiah 50 that I set my face like a stone, like a flint, it says, because I trust that the sovereign Lord will carry me through and I will not be disgraced. This is Jesus living out that verse with the cross right around the corner. If he can trust God like that, I want to be able to trust God like that too, with the little things that I deal with every day. So what if today was a day of feasting and reclining, even surrounded by terror or doom or challenge? Even in that, we would be feasting and reclining because we trust God. And now because we trust what Jesus has done on the cross. And because we know that Jesus, the great high priest, has gone before us and has modeled for us what it is to trust God, even to the point of losing everything. Because with the Lord, it just all works out. It sounds so simple, but it's true. So that's RadCast. Let's recline. Let's feast. Let's let God be God.